Do you actually know where you stand financially for your age? Like, are you ahead? Are you like average? Way behind? Because when you look at the real numbers for income and net worth, and we'll probably look more at net worth right now, but the numbers are pretty shocking. So let's read here. So according to recent financial data from Empower and Federal Reserve research, there's a massive gap between what Americans earn and what they actually keep. That's a given. And one of the biggest takeaways is the difference between average and median numbers. So I'm going to talk about average and also median, but let's go with the median because the average is often much higher because of really wealthy individuals like OnlyFans and people on YouTube that started in 2008 and they're 28 years old making millions. Okay, so for example, in people in their 20s, the average net worth is about 127, and the median is about $6,000, like 66.89 or something like that. That's from Money Talks News, and so that's a huge gap. Okay, so let's go with the median. I'll give you the average as well, just to kind of, I don't know, try to what is it called? Try to one up your boys, and like, in a healthy way. Don't like freaking try to make a bunch of money just to say that you're on the average side and like, oh, screw the median. But that's a huge gap. And another example, people in their 30s, the average net worth jumps to about like over 300K, but the median is only about 24, 25K. So we'll use the median just as comparison, and again, not as bad comparison, just to see where you stand and if you should tweak some stuff in your life, okay? Because you have more money than the median doesn't make you a better person. Because you have less doesn't make you a worse person, okay? Money just solves money problems. But I wanted to actually do this for me. I wanted to research it and then decided to make the video because maybe it's helpful for you. So in the 40s, now we jump into the 40s, the average net worth is about 770, and the median is just about 76,000 or so. Now, that's 40s. That's like 20 years to retirement. So we can kind of see now, like, that's only 10% of the average, and 770 in the 40s sounds great if you're like retiring at 65 because of the compounding, but 76 is kind of scary. And then once we get to the 50s and you get closer to the retirement, the average is about 1.36 million, but the median is only like 192. This includes home equity and stuff like that. So it's very scary. Like, you do have Social Security after when you retire and everything, but that's probably not enough. If you do like 4% of 192, pennies compared to what you actually need. So that's why you see more older people, like they keep working because they need the money to survive. It's a burden for kids potentially, like kids in their kids in their 40s or 50s need to take care of their elderly parents, and it's just a mess. Okay, so it's insane. The average makes it seem like people are doing great. But remember, the average, we're including the Jeff Bezos, the Mark Zuckerbergs of the world, and we need to take them out, and we need to take. Usually, the median also takes like super poor, and then just focuses on like the actual average because the outliers are like, no, there's not that many of them. So, So let's break it down. So in the 20s, most people in insurance are basically starting from zero, and that's normal. You have like student debt and whatnot. Now in the 20s, I'm 32, almost 33, so I can speak to this. I didn't do this till I was 25. Okay, I read a couple books, including Rich Dad Poor Dad, and kind of changed my mindset. I wish I would have read it before. So even my brothers and just younger friends, I tell them like, hey, get these books, like, and it's okay to grind in your 20s. You don't have to like have fun all the time. You can have both, but just have something, because it's like kind of like the money guys on YouTube. I don't know if you follow them, but they talk about how like in your 20s you're like a billionaire of time because of the compounding. There's statistics that show like you put $1 in your 20s or $1 in your 30s, and it's like the gap is like astronomical of like how much more you make for like just those 10 years of compounding. So if you can just have like a side hustle in your 20s or whatever and just put maybe $200 to $600 away, like you will not regret it. By the time you're like in your 30s, you'll start seeing it in the 40s and 50s, obviously. Like you'd be super happy that you did that. And it's not that much. It's like just not eating out like once a month. Like, do like a cheap pizza thing for like $20 or whatever, and like don't go out and spend $150 going out, and like you can invest that. Or, pay yourself first and then do whatever after. But the 20s is just crazy. And I like to follow people that are in their 40s and 50s and have the same advice that I have for 20-something-year-olds, because obviously they've gone through it. So it's like that one guy that interviews like old people, and they're like, what do you regret about your life or whatever? So I can speak to the 20-year-olds because I've been there, and I would definitely try to save as much as I can. I understand it's tough, it's difficult, but pay your high debts first. You should probably house hack. I mean, even if you're renting, you should still house hack and have roommates or whatever, and try to invest the rest or whatever whatever you're saving. And yeah, read a couple books. Try to change your mindset as much as you can, because until it clicks, like time just goes by so quick, and I don't know where you're gonna turn 30 and be like, crap, I don't have $1 invested. So in the 30s, going to the 30s now, this is where people think they should have it all figured out, but I mean, clearly most people don't. It's like 24 to 25K is ridiculous. It's crazy, because now most people, I think the average first time home buyer is like getting closer to 40 now. So I don't know how people do that, because I mean, rent's pretty high as well. It's a little bit lower than buying, but you're delaying wealth like by decades. That's so many hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's crazy. I don't know how people would get it. It's just probably just by books, or like redoing their algorithm, because like maybe that's it. Maybe I just had like an epitome, like literally just talking to the camera I just had. If you like kind of delete everything that you have on your YouTube or Instagram or whatever, and you kind of start fresh with people that are actually trying to make you better, I guess, maybe you get fed your algorithm, it's like changes completely, and then you can kind of change your mindset that way. Or at least reading a book, a financial book, real estate book, or whatever it is, in the morning. And Gabe Bolt has this thing where, I don't know if it's from him or he got it from somewhere else, but he's like, I wake up and like I need to read one page, just one, because I usually read more than one, obviously, but worst case scenario, like I really don't want to do it, I still read one page. So it compounds, and then you're going to learn different things, and your algorithm would change, even if it's not like the actual algorithm of social media. But anyways, rule of thumb here, I've heard it many places. By the time you turn 30, you should have 1x your income invested. In my opinion, because I'm a real estate guy, in my opinion, the best way to invest it is, besides real estate, besides the house hacking stuff, it's just the S&P 500, the total stock, which is everything. You can do that with Fidelity. You can do that with Vanguard. Just look up total stock market, like VTSAX in Vanguard, or FZROX in Fidelity, which is not entirely the total stock market. I think they took some out, but it's relatively the same. The financial tortoise or whatever, like he didn't really like the Fidelity one, because he was like, I don't know, it's kind of new, so I don't know what's gonna do. I mean, it's still enough. You're still diversified enough, in my opinion. But not financial advice. I have both. I have VTSAX and FZROX, and they're both doing pretty similar. So I'm just gonna keep doing that and maxing out my Roth IRA. So there's a lot of things that I'm like mentioning. If you don't understand what these are, just Google it or ChatGPT it. What is a Roth IRA? It's basically you're putting money after tax, and then later on when you withdraw the money, you don't get tax on it because you already paid tax on it. And look at other videos. Like I said, try to change your algorithm so you can like learn about this stuff, because it is worth it. I know that it is money, but or what is that commercial? Money is not the most important thing, but a lot depends on what you do with your money, or something like that. I mean, that's true. So if you have the peace of mind that you're doing good, and you probably will have a better perspective on life, maybe even a better, wiser, nicer person overall, and you get more opportunities. Who knows? I don't know. Karma type thing. Now let's move into the 40s. This is where the gap really starts, and some people take off, others stay stuck. I think that was the 700,000 average or something, and then the 70 something for the median. That's crazy. 40s. And then the rule of thumb here is to have 3 times your income by 40. So if you make 100 grand, have 300K invested, and definitely most people don't have that, because if the median is 76, then obviously the numbers are not there. And then in the 50s, I mean, to be honest, in the 50s is like, do you have so little time? I mean, it's not impossible, but you can still, I would definitely like house hack in my 50s, but it would be tough with like a family, and I don't know. But I would do it just because there's no other way. I would probably downgrade. I just saw this video about this guy. He had a mortgage of like over $4,000, and he downplayed it and then bought a home, and now I think he was paying like $1,400 a month, and he started investing, and he's like a whole like insurance, money, infinite banking or whatever. Like, so he tries to sell that, but his story is real. Like, he like downgraded so he could invest the rest. So that could work for you instead of house hacking, or at least not going the freaking 40% debt to income, trying to go down and trying to help your future self. So I guess my main point in this video is that the whole investing early and going back to the housing, transportation, and food that I always talk about, like house hacking if you can, and look at my other videos about house hacking, because it's the only thing I know that is the easiest thing to like hack wealth, because you're making $1,500 to $2,000 from an ADU from your home, and it's like you can invest that. You're going to pay for your home anyways, right? So you can invest that, and then also the whole car situation and the food situation, you're saving another couple $1,000. So if you're saving 2 from housing and 2 from the other 2 that you implement, that's like somebody working in the household. Okay, so, and it is not that much of a commitment, I don't think, if you get it right. Now with AI, there's so many things that you can do. Like you can do like Airbnb or the nurses for midterm rentals or whatever, and like things are a lot more automated than before. Like you can have like automatic lock boxes. You don't even see the person. You just give them a code. You don't have to give them a key like before. You know, so many things that are way easier nowadays to make the house hacking experience less of a annoyance, I guess. So yeah, I mean, think about it. Food is like $3,000. Daycare is like 2+. Housing, 25 minimum, probably. So think about the house hacking thing. And I'm a real estate agent here in Raleigh. So if you're buying or selling here, hit me up. I'm not just a real estate agent, I'm a real estate investor. So you get both sides of it. And if you're looking anywhere else in the United States, I'd vet real estate agents. And if they're bad, I won't give them to you. I'll give you just good ones, and I'll connect you to a really good one that actually puts in the work. Like, I look at social media, I have conversations with them, and I'll give you somebody that's actually going to help you. So, yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. See you guys.